Hello and welcome to the Gaming Chronicles. Today we will be going back to the year 1989, firing up the old DOS box and playing a very oldie but goodie, at least in my book. So let's mount up the drive. Let's see, C drive that. Yep, and change C drive. Oops, nope. DOS games. C A10. Because we are playing the game A-10. Oh, before we do that, hold on. We need to increase our cycles up to, let's see, anything over 7,000 I think will be just fine. Okay, now let's go into the game. Alrighty, so yeah, first released in 1989. This version that we're playing is version 1.5, so this version was in 91 is when this was released. And kind of a cool little quick cutscene here showing the A-10 getting ready for takeoff. Now this game wasn't meant to be super realistic, I don't think. It didn't feel like it. I mean, I played it when I was like those teenager years. A-10 Tankular. Yep, there it is, version 1.5. So anyway, here's our credits, and well, I'm just gonna let these roll for the first time. Um, as we begin the chronicling of this, I'm not gonna let let the credits roll every time. We're just gonna do it one time and done. Anyway, I don't think that this game was meant to be like super realistic as far as war game goes. I know that war games were very popular during this era, of course, 1989, 1990, 91 was kind of at the the height of the Cold War, right? Um, well, maybe not the height of the Cold War, but it was still going on. I think in the 90s it finally started the wear down, wind down. Maybe that's a better term. Anyway, it was definitely a war game that was heavily influenced by the Cold War because there are a couple of mission sets that are set in Eastern Europe that seem to be, what if scenarios if we did have to go to war with Russian opponents. But in this game, Russia, or back then it was the USSR, I think, it's never mentioned once by name, right? It's just that all of well, let's just go to the vehicle preview real quick. Um, Actually, that might not be. We might have to bring our cycles down for that. Anyway, we'll do that later maybe. Anyway, there's just a few things. The preferences is just let's see. Yeah, sound, music, joystick. We don't have a joystick. This game was intended to be used with a joystick. I learned this game with a keyboard, and because I didn't have one when I was a kid, and so we will be using the keyboard just to commemorate the way I played the game as a kid. It might be a little choppy and sloppy, but that's fine. Um, and then we have either flying missions or campaigns. Right, so the difference primarily between flying the missions individually and the campaigns is that your mission results they carry over into the next missions and may have consequences, right? So let's say maybe, gosh, I don't remember. Let's say that you had a job to like protect a tank platoon or fly a wingman to another A-10. If the tank platoon gets destroyed because you were terrible at air support or because you were a bad wingman in one of the missions, then if there's a subsequent mission that might have needed you know, that might have had that same tank platoon's commander or that pilot, they're dead. So you don't have them, and it makes it that much more difficult. And so then, also all campaign missions are played on aggressive level, and so you can at least come here to see like what enemies will be coming at you in each individual missions, right? So anyway, and of course you can switch between limited and unlimited munition, invincible A-10. I used to like to do this just to see how many total targets there were and to, I guess, optimize my payload to get the maximum score, that kind of a thing. That's the only reason I ever use that for. But anyway, let's cancel. We'll just start a new campaign. Hope we don't die. All right, start a campaign. And, oh, that's right, we have to come up with a name. Let's just do TGC. Go. All right, the name's Cord, Colonel Cord. Ah, yes, I remember you, Colonel Cord. Keep that straight, and your tour of duty will go well. Welcome to the 23rd Tactical Fighter Wing. Flying Tigers, all right. Stands a training ground, blah blah. England Air Force Base, all right. So you're a Brit. Ah, that makes sense with the little scarf you're wearing, the little ascot. I am Captain TGC, that's right. My co-pilot, Lieutenant Jake Styles. Oh yeah, that's right. Good old Jake. He's he's sort of useful, if I remember correctly. Find out what you boys have got. We'll be doing a series of training maneuvers. Okay, navigation system. Okay, and that can cost lives. Yep. Okay. Okay, groovy. Civilian farmlands off limits. Okay, now I do remember. I think I remember that for the training exercises, and this is one of those. Let's see if we just get rid of all of our Mavericks, and then let's throw one Rockeye on at least. Yeah, I think this is the payload we need to maximize our score. Anyway, let's go ahead and go. So, hit to 9 to get our airplane up in the air. Go to our map. Select our waypoint. Okay, groovy. I did have to review my manual to make sure I remembered all the hotkeys. And I could have gone in to DOSBox and changed the auto keys. I didn't. I decided I don't want to go through that. So I might accidentally, like, go to the map when I'm trying to. Okay, so here we're actually going to destroy the water tower instead of just fly straight to it. And water tower's destroyed, so hopefully nobody needed to drink some water from there, or hopefully it didn't belong to some farmer. I don't think so. It was highlighted in red. Okay, let's get that on the map or on the HUD. All right, I do want to show the different views. So we've got, this is our F1 view. So F2 goes to that side view. F3 goes to that side view. Let's see, F4, I think it's from the front view. Yeah. And that's F6. No, it's F5, F6, F7. Oopsies, we don't want to escape. Or we don't want to go back to base. Oh, let's go to our Rockeye. So Rockeyes are a funny missile, or a bomb. They're a cluster bomb, right? Uh, They work with limited effectiveness. The physics engine of this game is surprisingly effective. Um, so let's hit the Rockeye, and we'll go to victim view here. And what I wanted to illustrate is the fact that the Rockeye has the tendency to miss, and that's even when the target is stationary. Um, and I don't think that there's necessarily any trick to where's that tank? Where'd he go? Am I just flying circles around him on over top of him? Probably, huh? Yes. All right, let's go up a little bit. Let's fly, and then we'll circle back around. Anyway, that's the only reason why I even equipped one or put one rockeye on my ordnance load, is because of the fact that they're not reliable. Now, they do have their uses, and I will be using them later on. Let's just get him with the gun. Boom. All right, now I'd fly way over here. I don't understand why in this training they have the targets so far apart. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're on our way. Switch to laser guided bomb. What I wanted to mention when I was looking at the different views is, first of all, I'm not going to be using them a whole lot. I just wanted to show that they were there. Secondly, we have our gear down, as you can see. Um, we'll be leaving it down all the time because there will be times where we have to dive down real fast to maybe avoid like a SAM missile, um, or just SAM. Sorry, that's redundant. To avoid a SAM or um, or to destroy a like a SAM installment before it can shoot a missile at us, right? Something like that. There will be a fair amount of maneuvering that will require us to go to low altitudes very quickly. So let's actually decrease our altitude a bit. I don't I don't really like to get above 500 feet. And we'll eventually get to our target. There it is. And we'll fire. Go down to a throttle of 4, and then we'll watch the building get blowed up. It's probably overkill. Just saying. All right, so our message display said, of course, to take out the next convoy of trucks, right, with a rockeye. But we've already been over that. We basically take out every armored unit or non-armored unit, every mobile army or every mobile army unit with the Avenger if we can. Now I do want to show uh, this little message that comes in. Is it D? No, S. L. No, D. Yeah, it's D for message log. When you get too high, your commander, Colonel Cord, he makes a little comment about being spotted by a SAM or a MiG. Well, the thing about that is, it doesn't matter how high or low you are. SAMs are going to spot you if you're usually in their. Usually, SAMs are going to spot you if you're in their range. So it doesn't matter. And in fact, when it comes to MiGs, I've seen that fighting MiGs in this game, it's usually better if you are at a higher altitude than them. So, uh, you now it's true that you may miss ground targets, but as far as like the SAM comment or MiG comment, it's not true at all. At least not in this game. All right, let's get back down to our lower elevation. There we go. Slow down. Oops, wrong one. Up. Fat fingered the map key again. That's gonna happen a lot probably. Okay, now we gotta take out the airstrip. That's over this way. Oops. Moved the mouse before I got into the map, so it made us pitch a little bit. All right, we'll just enjoy our nice leisurely fly through the countryside. flight through the countryside. Let's see. Oh, um, let's increase our message weight so that it doesn't go by so fast. Uh, ah, let's view off. I guess I don't know. Is that these views, right? Okay, whatever. All right, the Durandal is a very interesting missile. Uh, the way that it fires and then like basically opens up a parachute and then drops down like a bomb. All right, here we go. And fire. There it goes. Let's go ahead and just look at the victim view. Watch that airstrip. Yeah, how's that? How quaint. All right, let's now we get to go up and use the Avenger cannon and more. It's interesting, the A-10 in real life, right? How it was, I believe that it was majorly designed around its cannon. The recoil of the Avenger cannon is so high that a lot of the chassis of the plane, I believe, had to be designed around that recoil. And well, I don't know. The A-10 has had an incredibly long lifespan in the armed forces, and it was just this year, I think that in 2023 that they decided to start decommissioning it. Um, and I think they're replacing it with the F-35. That'll be interesting. Anyway, we'll eventually get there. This mission is considerably slower than all other missions, and pretty much every other mission that we'll play um, will be much faster paced. In fact, it like picks up um, so fast that going from training to the first real mission, if you will, is kind of a shock. Let's go back down to the south. There's actually a bonus target that we can get here. That's not on the training exercises, which actually kind of surprises me because bridges is that's what we're going to be taking out here, this right ahead of us. Um, I would have thought that bridges would be more of an emphasis point, just because of how strategically valuable they can be in military operations and supply lines and stuff. And kablooey, there it goes. Anyway, but it's not in the training exercises because you've already used the laser guided bomb to destroy a building. So I guess maybe they're thinking that you would intuitively know to blow up a bridge with the same thing. I don't know. All right, now we're gonna go up here and take out a Hind helicopter. Hind helicopters also, we will be as much as we can trying to take them out with the Avengers. They're pretty squishies. They're pretty squishy. They're pretty squishy as far as aircraft go in this game, and uh, we'll probably be taking out MiGs with the Avenger. But let's see. Let's slow down to throttle 6. There we go. Got it. Okay, and that is it. That will wrap us up for the training. Let's go ahead and return to base. Very impressive performance. Well, thank you, Colonel. Quickly and efficiently, yep. Well, it wasn't a very difficult mission. I think training is the only mission that's the same in um, all hostility modes, like mild, moderate, aggressive. Things are hitting over in Central Europe. Oh, it's Central Europe, excuse me, not Eastern Europe. Rumors have it that our wing will be moved over there within the month. Prepare yourself for the real thing. So this is Central Europe. That would be closer to what, Germany? Anyways, stunning success. And then you get to see all the little stuff that you blow it up and all the stuff that you did well. And that's it. So our next episode and mission. So, oh yeah, and since we do the campaign, we have the summary, score, result, and of course, if you die, if you also get grounded, you can get grounded, of course, by killing too many, I think, more than one friendly target in a single mission. I think. It might be different in a campaign. It might be like a total of 2. That one I don't remember. But then if you, well, it's more likely that you'll die more than anything. If your forces lose or if you don't protect the primary objective and the mission is a failure, I think you can still, well, I think you can still carry on with the campaign, but like I mentioned previously, it might make subsequent missions more difficult, and then sometimes the missions become more so difficult that you you know it's so hard to complete the objectives that you end up losing losing the war. I don't think that's ever happened to me, but it's possible. So anyway, we'll go back to the main menu and call the episode. These missions are all designed primarily to return to main menu. We're not ready for the next assignment. We are yeah. So the missions are designed to be short. I think the longest mission in this entire game is about 15 minutes. And so, you know, none of these episodes will be that long. They'll probably be around 10, 15 minutes max. Maybe up to 20 if I get to goofing off, but we'll see. Anyway, so until our next episode, where we will be taking on our real first mission in the campaign series, the city. So until our next episode, so long for now.